cop a chain a game. When the QB chain birth most of chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies. Family size, leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I?
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt. That could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Here we go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. Throwing is Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
19 Tiger.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, back to Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Hurts. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how... And he works free. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. A big play that time through the air. 41 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shift your defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety.
Normally, when we think about big swings and scores before a half, we think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Sanders. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra from 19 yards away. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Off the squib kick, he corrals it inside the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick-6 in the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts sliding out of the pocket. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Ooh, with a juke. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Cut. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And that's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. What a run there by Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Gun.
throwing here to start the drive. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Play fake. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go play action. Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Fletcher Cox, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Hey, no, easy. Hey, we're good.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 55 yards. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kaiser White. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2. And instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After one, our score 9-6. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown. A.J. Brown, 70 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind. You often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
One. Listen to me.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
One.
Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
First. Here we go.
Throwing, Cousins. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If you don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
A 1st down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action now. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. Cousins gives way to Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machine.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's swung out wide. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge play by the defense. Not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. The Sanders has got it complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. They'll drop the throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw once more on second and 10. Hurts. They're trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, the 20. And they are not not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now with a late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, but they'll try and add 2 more here. But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Cousins on first down. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down throw for Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead here this third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
25, Eagles 22.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
4th down, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne, 39 yards. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Cousins will try and throw. And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go again with Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Here's Hurts. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra from 17 yards out. And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead.
A lot of times when you take a tight end in later rounds, you're doing it with a little bit of hope, some potential. But not so with this guy. They believe he can really make an impact in the red zone, and he definitely makes good on that faith right there.
Hurts will throw. And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity. And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Good route there. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Following the interception, Cousins. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Play fake, Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Eagles defense able to hold. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down, back to Sanders. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Hurts on the option right. There he goes, right side. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They hand off to their big tight end. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5